I'm Herb Eckerlin. I'm a professor in mechanical and aerospace engineering here at State. I've been here for many years, and I've been working primarily in the energy area. I remember particularly going through Greensboro, perhaps in 1975 or 76, and Greensboro was like a ghost town. And what happened in those days is that natural gas was curtailed because it had to be used for residential purposes, and therefore industry had to shut down. So when you say Greensboro looks like a ghost town, it was simply a matter that the industry couldn't operate. And because of that, we established these energy technical assistance programs to try and get energy or industry back on its feet again. The energy assessment program is one where a team of faculty and students visit a facility and identify energy-saving opportunities, energy efficiency opportunities. Dale Cranford is one of our recent students. He's an example of the good students that we have. And Dale and students like him benefit a great deal because when they go out on an energy assessment, they may, during their time here, they may participate in 20, 25 energy assessments. And so not only do they see a variety of energy using applications, but they also see a variety of facilities. You might see a glass plant, you might see a fiber optics plant, you might see a furniture plant or a textile plant. And it's the kind of education that students don't even realize they're getting. And then when they're finished and they're out working, they realize, boy, I saw a lot, I saw a great deal. I learned a great deal while I was at NC State.
I'm a research assistant professor with mechanical and aerospace engineering here at NC State University. IAC was started at NC State in 1992. The IAC program has been funded by the Department of Energy since the mid-70s, and they really expanded in the early 1990s to about 25 universities around the country, including NC State.
My name is Dale Cranford. I started my NC State undergrad in fall of 2008, and I graduated in spring of 2012. Get to see a lot of different systems. You sit there and talk in the classroom about a compressor or a boiler, and you sort of know what it does, and maybe have a small air compressor around your house. But when you get out in a plant and see industrial size equipment, it's a lot different experience. And just getting to work with those systems and seeing what types of opportunities there are out there to make those systems work better, and also combining those systems into more efficient overall energy usage for a facility.
In class, they learn the theory behind everything. They learn these equations, and they learn how to derive these equations. And in the real world, that's not really that important. What's important is to be able to recognize that there's a problem, to be able to collect the important data, what data isn't important, and then to analyze and then communicate those findings to management.
With regard to questions that we received from industry, Lexington Home Brands asked us if it were possible to improve their boiler efficiency by 20% or in that range. And what we have when we experience this is a situation where people come to us simply because they trust us and they know we're not selling anything, and that's very important. And it's another reason why we do what we do. We get those kinds of questions all the time.
I'm Bill McBrayer with Lexington Home Brands. I'm the Human Resource, Safety, Health, and Environmental Manager here, and have been here for about 19 years. One of my cohorts down there had seen on some Boilermac regs that we were going to have an energy assessment. So she immediately went and researched it and saw where there were some grants available. So he brought I guess 4 or 5 students. And they were so way beyond what I was imagining for college kids. And unlike most state agencies, they come knocking at the door, "Hi, I'm from the state, I'm here to help." They really are here to help. And so they come knocking, they say, "Here's what we'd like for you to do," or "Here's what we recommend you to do. Here's what it's going to cost you. Here's your payback." You don't have to do any of it. That's the beauty of it. We just gave them a plant tour, and then they broke up into teams, and some teams looked at the boiler, some people looked at, so a couple of those students counted every bulb we had in the building, and this is a 300,000 square foot building. The T8s and the T5s put out a better light, and you're saving energy too, but it's putting out a better light. So with a better light, you can see better, and if you can see better, you make a better quality product. So it's a win-win for everybody. Yeah, I would urge everybody to apply for this assessment from Energy Solutions, because that group is wonderful.
My name's Emily Barrett, and I'm the Sustainability Manager for the town of Cary. I started in 2010 and have been really happy to drive sustainability throughout our organization, starting with energy management. The town of Cary has 143,000 residents, give or take a few. We are in the heart of the Triangle, and our operations consist of office space, park space, water and wastewater facilities. We also have what we call horizontal assets, which are our water and wastewater lines and our plants. So as an outgrowth of the ERA EECBG program, which is a grant program that we use to kick off our energy management program for the town, we decided that we needed a systematic way of approaching identifying building retrofits, and that's where NC State Energy Solutions came in. We are working with them to profile 9 buildings worth of energy conservation measures with the goal of identifying the very lowest hanging fruit, meaning those energy conservation measures that have the quickest payback. NC State Energy Solutions is who we will turn to help answer technical questions that arise as we implement our Strategic Energy Action Plan. And they also help us track, measure, and profile progress toward that plan, and help us when we check back in on the progress. If things aren't working as we anticipate, we expect to talk with Energy Solutions about creative ways of adjusting so that we do meet our goals.
And typically we see 40 to 50% of our recommendations implemented, and that's very encouraging and very high. And the recommendations implemented per year average a savings of about $7 million a year. That's increasing because the cost of energy is increasing, and people are pressed to save energy. And of course, another part of all of this is the environmental effects. People are concerned about emissions, and if you burn less fuel and use less energy, your emissions goes down. Over the last 20 years, we've seen CO2 emissions in the United States hold relatively constant, whereas in China it's doubled over the last 10 years. So when you think about global warming, the problem really isn't the US, it's elsewhere. But part of that also is the fact that we're losing some of our industry, and we want to keep jobs, and we want to keep industry here in North Carolina. And that's, when you think about what we're all about, we're really about jobs, saving jobs and creating opportunities for new jobs.